Hello everybody, this is Tim here again, here with another movie review. This time I'm going to do Rise of the Skywalker, directed by J.J. Abrams. Now, Rise of the Skywalker is the third film in this sequel trilogy. I'll just say off the bat, after the prequel trilogy, the sequel trilogy, and the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy is by far the weakest, just because it's a mishmash of tones, and it just seems like it doesn't know where it wants to go, because it's done by two different directors, and it's clear that they didn't have a cohesive vision. They're both kind of fighting with each other. This movie kind of puts things back on the path of Force Awakens after Last Jedi kind of detoured. Now, Last Jedi I didn't hate like a lot of people, just thought it was meh. This film, I'll just go ahead and say it's a 2.5 out of 4. It's an average film. This is not a horrible film. It's not as bad as Last Jedi, but it's pretty close to being as weak. It's just kind of average. I don't hate this film. I don't really like it. It's just kind of an all-right time waster. You got all the same actors back, and they're all fine here. Palpatine comes back. It's not really specified how, but it's hinted at pretty much it's cloning. That's how he came back, which is fine. But they still never explain how Snoke led Kylo Ren to the dark side. They never show that in flashbacks or anything. I don't know why. That's never explained. But also in the movie, you got Carrie Fisher in here who had sadly passed away, but she's brought back through CGI and stuff, and deleted scenes from the other movies where she's training Rey in the Force, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, Princess Leia has never really shown those skills, so it kind of comes out of nowhere. Kylo Ren ends up turning good again by the end of the film, which is a pretty cool scene where he redoes the Harrison Ford "Give me the lightsaber" scene from Force Awakens, which it's well done. Honestly, you could have just focused on him for this entire trilogy. It would have been probably better just to limit the characters more. At the end, you find out that Palpatine, Rey, is his granddaughter, which I liked. I was fine with that. And he wants to possess her body, pretty much, to live on, to have a new vessel. But, of course, she overcomes him and kicks his ass. He gets pretty much disintegrated. And she saves the day, and at the end she's like, my name is Rey Skywalker. She's going to carry on the Skywalker legacy, of course, because Princess Leia passes away in the movie. All in all, it's an average flick. It's not really much to say about it, because there's nothing really remarkable about it. There's nothing no big surprises or twists in the movie. It's just perfectly average. The score is good. J.J. Abrams' directing is fine. This film felt kind of compromised, though, as in J.J. Abrams, I may not, he was kind of delivering a studio film here. All in all, I like J.J. Abrams. I'm fine with him. I think he's a good director. I don't think he's great, but I think he's good and solid. This here is what we would call in the business a purely average film that's totally fine. Doesn't break any new ground, doesn't blow any minds. It's kind of there. The guy who plays Finn, the actor whose name I forgot, he's good. He's fine here. He doesn't really do a whole lot, though, especially by the climax. And you get to see Mark Hamill come back in pretty much an extended tiny role cameo type thing, which is cool. And it wraps up the saga in an okay, satisfying enough way. This trilogy isn't as good as the prequels. It comes close to being about close to being on par with the prequels, but the prequels have a slight advantage because Revenge of the Sith is better than all three of these sequels. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again.